Welcome back to RealiTEA with me, AJ Eline, and we have some post-season Real Housewives of Potomac updates. Crazy updates, okay? So, first, make sure to like this video and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I drop new videos. Let's get into this. There is a Robyn and Mr. Robyn, but for the sake of this video, we're going to call the man Juan. That's his name. Robyn and Juan cheating scandal. Now, it's more than a cheating scandal because it's a housewife scandal. It's a whole thing, okay? So on Reasonably Shady, which is the podcast that the Green Knight Bandits have together, Giselle and Robyn said, mind you, this is a few days after the reunion. Robyn said that she was aware of this cheating that Juan was doing before the season began. And she was just waiting for someone to bring it up. Those are quotes. That is what she said. She's waiting for someone to bring it up. She also said that her and Juan worked through it. She's being very vague, okay? She said there was a situation with a woman. They worked through it. She knew about it. She was waiting for the girls to bring it up during the season. Very, very secretive, like she always is. If you didn't know, which I didn't know until this happened, there is a woman on TikTok that made a video detailing a relationship with Juan and saying that they dated for about a year, circa 2020, 2021. And to that, Robyn says that, she's aware of that. He never dated anyone. He was messaging someone on Instagram. It was just messages. They were never dating. He never went to see this woman. And there's a reason why his name is on a hotel receipt that said TikToker posted. Some other quotes from Robyn on the podcast. Maybe that's why the wedding didn't happen when y'all wanted. Y'all, she's talking to us and the housewives and kind of Giselle too, TBH. And then she said when it happened, it was during the pandemic. And quote, he was just bored. At home? With you? And y'all kids? Huh? What'd you say now? Because how are you saying that out loud and not clearly understanding what that means? Because if he was bored with you then, ain't he always bored with you? I don't get it. Like, what? She said that out loud. So what is in her head does that mean? Like, is he bored, like, with life being a husband and a family? Like, what? I don't get it. Because she said it was the pandemic. She was her words, her mouth, okay? Horse's mouth, horse's words. She need to listen to what she say. I hope she listens to that back. But then, guys, it gets even better, okay? She says that she will tell you guys the reason. She'll tell us the reason why his name was on the hotel receipt. She'll explain all of that, but on her Patreon. On the Reasonably Shady Patreon, which you have to subscribe to and pay $5 for. Even though she's already getting paid to showcase her life on the show, paid a lot of money. And oh boy, Now let's take it back. She said she knew about his cheating before the season. Now, being that this is a show about your lives, and usually on other iterations of Housewives, they kind of dive into that, dive into, you know, the struggle of just living as a woman, a housewife, whatever they are, just their lives. And I'm only super familiar with Dubai, Atlanta, and Potomac. But what I've seen in Atlanta and Dubai is just one season, so it's not really too much of that yet. But in Atlanta, they really do, for the most part, talk about those things. In Potomac, it's been like mainly specific people, not everyone. They're really guarded about their lives. And it's like, if you're going to be like that, then why are you on the show? So this would have been a storyline, a true storyline, an interesting storyline, something that made Robyn seem more human, for lack of better words. Well, no, ain't no lack of better words. That's the right word. That's the better word. So it just doesn't make too much sense to me. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that, because Juan doesn't seem like he wants to be on the show. He doesn't seem like he wants to be featured on the show. He's expressed before, oh my God, that one time I was like, Robyn needs to go, that he don't want to do that. Like, he don't want to do it. He's done with it, whatever. But this is a means to an end. That's all it is for Robyn, is a paycheck, which is, it's okay, it's cool, but like, do that somewhere else. Don't do it on the Housewives, because that's not what the franchise is about. So for her saying that, and then she was just waiting for someone to bring it up, instead of, you know, being on the forefront of it, instead of, you know, connecting with viewers and fans, and relating to them and creating a storyline that wasn't based on fiction and gossip and harming others, that she could have had that and could have been the quote unquote star of the season, because there is kind of like a person that we usually follow more most seasons. And I feel like that could have been really good for her and us and the franchise and Potomac, you know, as a unit, as a whole. But that's not what she wanted to do. Secondly, putting it on the Patreon is also kind of like a kick in the asses faces to fans, because it's like, you're already supposed to like say this stuff on the show. Like, we tune in to watch you, to know about your life, and now you're gonna charge us more to know why your husband's name is on a hotel receipt. Like, come on now. I don't subscribe to the Patreon. I don't listen to Reasonably Shady. I listen to the clips from just this one episode, because I do not listen. It does not seem like something that myself, I would be into. So I listen to the clips, and I have seen what people have said that she said on the Patreon about the reason for his name being on the receipt. So, allegedly, Robyn says that her husband's name is on a hotel receipt because this woman contacted him and asked him for help. She had lost her wallet and she needed a place to stay. So, graciously, Juan Dixon he paid for the hotel. Because that's just the type of man he is. Please fuck out of here. Come the fuck on. We are in 2023, and even if it was 2020, 2021, 2022, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, get the fuck, Apple Pay. No. There is no way. Especially for a man that has cheated. How, 10 years ago? When you first had got married? He cheated then. It's been consistent rumors of him cheating since you guys have been in the spotlight, since Housewives have been started 7 seasons ago. So, as someone that has a brain that works and wants a relationship that he's in to work and wants to put everything towards that, if it was indeed a woman asking for help and he wanted to pay the hotel bill, he would not have physically went there or actually, he had to physically go there because she had the receipt. Or maybe he could have did it online. He could have paid online. He didn't. He could have paid online. But why would you do that? Why would you put yourself in this type of predicament, this type of situation where it could even seem like you're doing anything? Because you are. Because you would not risk that just for nothing. Because you were at the hotel. Like, what? Who are you fooling? If he came up with this lie to tell her, the fact that she repeated it makes me think she believes it. Because I do think that she's smart sometimes. And I would think if a nigga is telling me this don't make sense. Especially with the context, bitch. So, use your thinking cap, you know, find it wherever the fuck it is, dust it off. Put that bitch on securely, okay? And let's use our logic and make sense here. That's what she said. That's what she said. She said that he was just helping the needy. He was feeding dick to the needy. That's what he was doing. And maybe that's why this infidelity clause was just such a touchy, sensitive subject for her. She was afraid to bring it up, which it still kind of doesn't make sense, because if you know he just cheated on you, if it's recent and fresh in your mind, wouldn't that even make you more secure and sure of yourself making this decision that we need an infidelity clause and be like, okay, like if I'm gonna even do this, this is what needs to happen. It's like she can't even stand up for herself. And I hate that for her, because that is insane that you were afraid, so afraid to have like this tension because you bring up an infidelity clause that is to protect you. And you're afraid that he's gonna have a problem with it. Fuck his problem. What? And it makes no sense. He cheated before. It's been allegedly, he's been cheating for years, and now the infidelity clause is like coming out of left field. Or for him, he acts like he said that wouldn't be a problem. What? It is a problem. Like currently, like now, not past tense, not future tense, nigga. So that was big news a couple days ago, and the housewives responded. Karen tweeted, "You don't say, ... Le grand dame." Dr. Wendy tweeted, "Clown behavior." Laughing hard as shit emoji. The one that's crying, got his head turned, and it's just and then the corn emoji for corny. Very corny. Now Candace unleashed a whole threader on these hoes. I am one of the hoes. Wow. A thread. Our bosses, that boss is Andy Cohen, our boss's favorite clapback when we're playing coy about certain aspects of our lives is, "You're on a reality show about your life." There is an expectation that, doing no harm, we show up to this platform as our authentic selves. Next tweet. And while we deserve the right to be judicious about what we share, there's a special brand of audacity attached to individuals who will knowingly bury the lead in exchange for damning and salacious lies that stand to cause irreparable harm to innocent people. Next tweet. It tarnishes the integrity of the premise of our show. It tap dances on the intelligence of the viewership that champion our stories and discover their own parallels in our lives. And when it's not that deep, it simply occludes amusement. Next one. It's not entertaining. It's not interesting. It's whack. Next week. Why be open or genuine or authentic when the least of us, that's Robyn and Giselle, the least of us can rob our viewers of the truth and continually be rewarded for it? What are we doing? And a better question, what are y'all watching? A read if I ever heard one, bitch. A read. God damn, I wish she would have said it. I wish she would have had her saying it. That, oof. And she's right. Everything, top to bottom. She is correct. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you being paid for this? Why are you being rewarded? And people, fans, are, a lot of them want her to get fired. A lot of them is calling for her to get the Kenya treatment. When Kenya got married after Real Housewives of Atlanta, after the season had wrapped, and it was secret. Nobody knew. And nobody ever said it, but we all kind of agree that she was not on the next season because of that. That's what gets ratings, okay? Sharing your lives, that big stuff like weddings, relationships, and all that. And she's still married to that man for some reason. But that's why we watch the show. That's what the show is built on. So I get it. I get it. And some people are saying make her a friend of the show. She back down there with Sharice. I'm down for that. She is boring. Make her be interesting. Make her prove that she can be open and interesting. Otherwise, and this was said after the reunion. So chances are none of this was mentioned at the reunion. None of it. Karen made a video. She said that it was the most boring reunion. And the reunions are usually like the best part of the season for real. And if the reunion is indeed boring, I am get Robyn out of here. Get her out of here. Because then maybe Giselle will feel more obliged to share more. Like when she was dating her husband again, her ex-husband, the pastor man, the cheating pastor man, when she was dating him and not being open about it, which I think is because she was embarrassed. But it's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Like, it's been times when she's been really, like, quiet. She's always kind of, their whole thing is building drama and gossiping. And I don't know if that's because they feel like that's how they stay on the show, if they feel like that's all they have to offer, or they feel like they don't want to offer their personal lives, so they just want to create shit around everyone else's lives. And that's bullshit. It is. It's bullshit. Like, to go do something else. All that being said, more news has dropped since then. Guys, I didn't get to talk to you guys before more news drops. So allegedly, a few of the housewives got together before the season and discussed what the storylines would be. And Mr. Candace, that story around him and the flirting was one of those things they discussed. By Mr. Candace, I do mean Chris. What? Like, how could you get any lower? How could you get any lower? Thank you for showing us. Robyn Giselle, thank you for showing us how we could get lower and lower and lower. And it was specifically a few. So who's the other person pushing that? Ashley brought her friend into it. Now her friend getting roasted. She brought her friend to the situation, and now everybody going on her friend. Blame Ashley. It's Ashley. Why would you do that to her? You, especially with Candace. Now you knew Candace was you knew Candace was gonna go on her. Goddamn Sesame Street. You knew Candace was gonna go on her. Shame on you, Ashley. This tea comes from Carlos King, who has produced on Housewives of Atlanta and Housewives of New Jersey. So it's not like some random information, okay? He's connected. He's in there, okay? He said this on his YouTube and his podcast. And it's a reputable source. It's not just anybody just saying stuff, okay? This is somebody that has worked within the Housewives franchise, okay? So, I'm waiting for Robyn and Giselle to say something. They gotta say something. Especially Robyn, you gotta say something. Because look, everything around you's on fire. Everything around you's on fire, sis. You gotta say something. Say something. And the apparently Juan and Robyn did get married after the season wrapped, and it's going to be in the finale, which is going to air Sunday in a few days. Congrats. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Reality with me. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys really soon. Love you. Bye.